Our top story tonight, Tybee Island facing a major setback in its plans to protect the shoreline. A key source of federal funding for beach renourishment will not be coming through, leaving city officials scrambling to fill a $12 million gap. WSAV's Jillian Coles is joining us live from Tybee to break down what this means for the island and its residents.
Ben, I just confirmed with Tybee Island Mayor Brian West that Tybee will not be receiving federal funding for beach renourishment in 2026. Now, he said coastal federal funding from 2025 was delayed till 2026, and now it's being pushed even further into 2027. But now I'm going to show you some of the conditions that we see here on Tybee. You know, now if you look this way, you can see a cliff in the sand from the erosion and even the shrinking shoreline. West says it's critical to find ways now to fix these issues before dunes wash away completely or the island sees even more severe flooding, which could come as soon as next summer.
Fear is, of course, we have areas of the island that are in very, very bad shape. We have 60 years of dunes that we've built up that we don't want to lose. So there's alternatives, there's other things we can do, there's other sources of money. We just have to go to work now to figure out, what's the best, most economic way to, solve this problem.
Now, I asked Mayor West if this will be brought up tomorrow at City Council, and he said, the topic will be introduced to get it on people's radar, but to also let them know that they are trying to work out a plan, but they have other things to discuss on the agenda as well. Reporting live on Tybee Island, Jillian Coles, WSAV News 3, on your side.
Jillian, thank you. New at 6, authorities have arrested a South Carolina murder suspect more than 500 miles from the scene of the crime. 37-year-old Jonathan Roaming was arrested today in Williamsport, Pennsylvania in connection to a deadly stabbing in Yemassee. The Hampton County Sheriff's Office says it occurred late Saturday night on Pocataligo Road, leaving 46-year-old Donnie Kennard dead. Roaming now faces homicide and weapons charges and is now being held in Pennsylvania, awaiting extradition to South Carolina. New information tonight, a man accused of shooting and killing his brother in Liberty County is now facing more charges. The Liberty County Sheriff's Office says Javaris White is now being charged with murder along with multiple additional counts. The shooting happened in the 6,000 block of East Oglethorpe Highway in Midway on April 4th, where 16-year-old Jamonte Hugger was found shot to death inside the home. In addition to murder, White is now facing charges including possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, multiple counts of possession of a firearm during the commission of a crime, and aggravated assault under family violence. A 39-year-old woman was found dead inside a Bloomingdale home early Sunday morning, and now state officials are. Bloomingdale police responded to a home in the 300 block of Cypress Street around 12:50 on Sunday morning. Inside, they found 39-year-old Paige Lewis shot dead from a gunshot. Her body will be taken to the GBI crime lab in Pooler for an autopsy, and the investigation is still active. The Chatham County Sheriff is calling out a man that he says is the area's most wanted fugitive, and he did it in a fiery Facebook Live. Take a look at Michon Richardson. Investigators say he is wanted by Savannah police for a string of burglaries and is also facing federal charges from the ATF. The sheriff says Richardson was running from deputies earlier this month in the Westlake Apartments area, and while he was hiding in a car, deputies searching the parking lot found pounds of drugs in the back seat of a different car. Coleman says Richardson is still wanted and was able to get away from deputies by wearing a disguise.
He wore a disguise, y'all. Let me show you how he was dressed. Give me 1 second. Y'all ready for this? This is how Michon got away from us, y'all. This is how the street OG got away from us. This is what he was wearing to get away from us in Westlake. He had a wig on, shades, and a hat. This is Michon. Michon, you got to know I'm going to get you. Dressed like this, I'm still going to get you. You can't get away from it.
The sheriff's office has not released additional details about the investigation or where they believe Richardson may be right now. Anyone with information is urged to contact the Chatham County Sheriff's Office. Illegal dumping is becoming a bigger problem across Savannah, moving beyond traditionally affected neighborhoods. City leaders say it's not just an eyesore, it's a health and safety risk, from blocked drainage to piles of discarded furniture and tires. WSAV's Nakia Harris joining us now to break down what the city is considering to stop the spread and to hold the violators accountable.
That's right, Ben. Alderwoman Bernetta Lanier says illegal dumping has been an ongoing issue in District 1, and she says it has lingered so long that it's now starting to spread beyond marginalized neighborhoods into areas like Hutchinson Island and the Highlands.
We should send a message, a clear message, that if you dump in the streets of Savannah, that we have the surveillance to find you.
What you're seeing here are some of the sites District 1 Alderwoman Bernetta Lanier has documented on social media. She says in some cases the city has responded and cleaned up the debris, but she questions when those responsible will face penalties.
I don't believe what we're seeing as illegal dumping is a resident problem, as residents dumping their items out because they have a path where they could place their items out and they'll get picked up. This seems to be businesses that are dumping on the streets.
Lanier says illegal dumping poses both a health and safety risk, impacting water drainage systems and creating eyesores in the community. She says she's been speaking with city officials, including the city manager, about possible solutions such as increased surveillance in common dumping areas, improved lighting, and potentially higher fines for violators.
I would recommend that we look at those secluded areas, those dark areas, because lighting is another tool that we could use to ward off people that are dumping on our streets.
She believes it's important for city leaders across all districts to be part of the conversation because she says this is no longer just a District 1 problem.
I get many calls on this issue of illegal dumping because it's in our lanes, it's in these particular hot spots. So they're asking for help, they're crying out for help.
And Lanier says the city manager is calling for council to hold a workshop on the issue to discuss possible solutions. Nakia Harris, WSAV News 3, on your side.
Nakia, thank you. Happening right now in Savannah, city and county leaders are gathering with community members to talk about the possibility of data centers coming to the area. We want to take a live look now at a town hall at the Otis S. Johnson Cultural Arts Center downtown Savannah, discussing what these massive facilities could mean for our area, from potential job opportunities to concerns about electricity and water usage. This is being hosted by the group Savannah Indivisible. WSAV's Isabella Baez is inside for us and will bring you more on this conversation coming up tonight on News 3 at 10 and 11. A local county is testing out a new way to build roads, one that could save taxpayers money and cut down on maintenance. Bullitt County leaders are using a unique material as the foundation for a stretch of road. WSAV's Evan Smoke shows us how it works and why officials say this could be a game changer.
Behind me is the finished product of mechanical concrete, a new road foundation that Bullitt County is trying out thanks to a state grant. A little over half of a mile of 5 Chop Road outside of Statesboro will include the foundation as part of a trial run. Companies who specialize in the road foundation technique, Century Road Solutions and Liberty Tire Recycling, had executives on hand to talk about it.
The process is Liberty Tire gets a recycled tire, they cut the sidewalls off, and it creates a cylinder. And that cylinder is what we come and put down, and you put the aggregate inside the cylinder, and the aggregate can go nowhere. It stays there.
Bullitt County Board of Commissioners Chairman David Bennett tells WSAV the move can help lower costs.
What we're really excited about this is, with us having as many miles of dirt roads, 638 miles of dirt roads in Bullitt County, that require a lot of maintenance. If you can come out here and put this down and you don't have to work on that as much, even just grading it, that saves the taxpayer money.
The half-mile stretch will be paved using money from a $250,000 grant. Bennett says to pave a mile currently costs around $1 million. The county is also able to save costs on the labor portion of the work.
Like many other projects that we do here in the county, we're using inmate labor to do it. And that inmate labor, that's an expense that we're not having to pay out to have extra hands.
County officials tell me they hope to finish the work here on 5 Chop Road by the end of next week. Reporting in Bullitt County, Evan Smoke, WSAV News 3, on your side.